With another season in the books, every offseason there's always that chance of our best players getting transferred out to bigger and better clubs. So here are 5 players I believe will get sold this coming offseason from the CPL. Our first player on the list here is defender from Forge FC, Daniel Crutzen. I mean, the guy was a talent this year. For me, he was the best defender in the CPL in 2020. He definitely did look good, I think, with Edgar right beside him and as that center back pairing for Forge FC. But either way, I mean, this guy was just a pure class talent. He definitely, I think, will get some looks now after 2 very good seasons in the CPL, back-to-back champions, and he was a big part of that championship squad, both sides. This guy can defend. He was top 10 in pretty much every defensive stat this season, as well as, he has even shown promise moving the ball forward. He can create chances for his team offensively as well. So, I mean, either way, Daniel Crutzen for me is a player that I think if he doesn't get sold this offseason, probably will next offseason. Our next player here is HFX Wanderers forward Akeem Garcia, the 2020 Golden Boot winner with 6 goals. He's also tied with the most goals scored all time in CPL history. And this guy was such a good talent this year. He got better over the course of the last season to this season under Stephen Hart's HFX Wanderers plan. Last season he was still very good. This year he just looked like a better total package, more mature in his game. He can play behind defenders. He gets in that back four really well. This guy can, create chances for other teams, or other players I should say. Not other teams, but other players, his teammates there. But this guy he just loves to score goals, and you can see it. He's fast. He can get on those angles, get some good goals there, take the penalty and get those big goals in those big moments. And that's Akeem Garcia. And if he doesn't get sold this coming off season, then he definitely will be shipped out next winter. Our next player here is Mr. Kyle Becker from Forge FC, their captain. Now, he was linked throughout the 2020 CPL tournament to Vancouver Whitecaps because Mark DeSantos there is coach for the Whitecaps, and they have a bit of a history in the past. So definitely I could see that move happening. I know the guy's 30 years old, Kyle Becker, but he still has that quality to him that I think you want to take a risk on him. And I think some MLS clubs could definitely, be improved by adding a player of Kyle Becker's quality to the team. He's got that veteran experience. He's now a very confident winner. He's winning back-to-back champions with Forge FC. A huge captain that could do that. He's a great leader. He's a difference maker. He's a total package, box-to-box midfielder. Can play offensive roles, can play defensive roles. This guy's just a total package. He's a good quality player that any CPL team would be lucky to have him. I believe he's also the first player, if he does move on to play with the Whitecaps, he'll be the first ever Canadian player, or even player in general, to play for all 3 Canadian MLS teams. So that'd be kind of cool. It would suck to see him leave, as well as if you're a Forge fan, it would suck to lose your captain and probably your best player. But I think he does deserve a good shot, one last good shot at a bigger club and a bigger league. Our next player here is from Cavalry FC, and it's Mohamed Farsi there. The winger looked fantastic this season. He could play left or right back. He played left or right wing back as well this year, I believe it was, for Cavalry FC. Looked good on either side there. This guy is just so fluid and so technical on the ball there. He can make moves. He can dribble around you, create chances, get good crosses into the box for his teammates. This guy was just a total package. And it would be a shame if we lose him this early. I think he can still benefit from another year or two. The guy's an under 21 talent too. Another year or two in the CPL I think would do him great, but because he's got that technical ability, kind of like a Bustos last year, I can definitely see a European team coming in and snatching him up this coming off season. Either way, if he doesn't move this off season, I think we could get him to stay another year or two on a high-end talented team like Cavalry FC. So at the end of the day, Mo Farsi though is on my list here of guys to watch to move on this offseason. And our final player here to watch is Mr. Marco Bustos of Pacific FC here, who had a fantastic season in 2020. He's just so full of pure talent. It's kind of like a Tristan Borges, where he's just so talented. I think he would work really well in European teams and even some MLS teams. So I can definitely see one of those 2 leagues from those countries coming in and swooping up and picking up one of our best talented players in the league. He's one of the best, purest dribblers I think in the CPL in 2020, if I'm going to be honest with you, at least top 5. So this guy's a creator. This guy's second in goals scored, first in assists this year. He's a difference maker. Every time he has the ball on his foot, you're on the edge of your seat. You just can't wait to see what he's going to do next. This guy's a talent for sure. So if we can get another year out of him, great. If not, I wouldn't be upset, because I do think he deserves a good shot in a bigger league and a bigger club. But he for sure is one of my 5 players to watch this offseason. All right, guys, that was my video this week. Did I miss any players? Is there any players you think will move this offseason? Let me know in the comment section below. And of course, if you like this video, definitely hit that thumbs up, that like button, and make sure you hit that red subscribe button and bell notification if you want to see more CPL content just like this, guys. And you can also watch my stuff over at northernstarting11.com. There's also a bunch of great soccer podcasts and vidcasts all over there. I'll have a link for that down in the description below. And guys, I'll see you next week.